I don't know what makes people do the things that they do. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the whole doxing stuff. It's very weird. And SSSniperWolf is about to mess up the whole reaction scene for everyone, it seems like, because it seems like everybody is calling for her to get an even worse punishment than like what, you know what I'm saying, you would expect from anybody else, just because YouTube normally, any of this type of behavior, especially since they had that really big, what was it called, where the guy walked into their studio and like tried to like assault people and with the weapon, it literally, it should be at the top of their priority to get people off of the platform who risk the lives of other people. And doing what she did definitely risks the lives of other people. Like when someone's online, like I could see if like if Jack was just up here literally showing everyone, hey, this is my house, this is where I live, blah, 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 come see it. That's cool. But internet people got to stop acting like they're normal people. Like you're not Lacey or Bob who's going to post something up on Facebook and 10 people are going to see it. Half of the world's going to see it. And even the people that don't like him or hate him are going to see it. Let's watch this, man. Come on, chat. I'm gonna let y'all get the history. This is pretty much what's going on.
Right now, SSniperWolf is a lot like the aliens on the Buzz Lightyear ride at Disney World, just getting blasted every.
I fucking love Charlie, dude. Every video as soon as you get on, it's just
single corner of the internet is coming together to talk about the SSniperWolf situation and the doxing against a fellow YouTuber, Jack's Films. From the surface to the...
I don't know if it needs to be said, but if you guys don't follow Big Daddy Moisty, get your life together. I'm pretty sure that if you're on YouTube, you either follow or have some type of idea of who the GOAT is, okay? Go get your life together. Anything that goes on the internet, any scenario or situation that could be talked about, Big Daddy Charlie gonna talk about it, okay? And he's gonna make it the most interesting thing ever said, all right? Go peep it, go support, go buy a fucking copy of the damn magazine. Do whatever you gotta do to help the homie be successful out here, okay? Also, pay attention. Esports is going crazy too.
Shadowy underbelly of the internet, everyone is discussing it. YouTubers, Redditors. If Yahoo Answers still existed, there'd be 50 threads about this by now. Yeah. I mean, it is everywhere. It's remarkable how big it's become. I'll give you the brief nutshell on it in case you don't know what I'm referring to, but I know you do. If you're watching this video right now on the internet, you are at least loosely familiar with who she is and what she just did, because she just broke one of the 10 commandments of being online.
Literally.
She took an internet dispute into the godforsaken wasteland we call the corporeal dimension, the real world. Wake the fuck up, samurai. Usually internet beef is just served up medium rare online, but she served this beef medium dare you to commit a crime. Man, that shit was lame. But kind of like Dr. Seuss rhyming that one, actually, kind of fire. But what I'm saying is, what started is just Jack's Films making fun of SSniperWolf for her content and pointing out that what she's doing is bad, escalated into her being so upset about it that she found his address, went to his address, posted it on her Instagram, not the address per se, but just posted his house on her Instagram.
His full-on crib. Like, I don't even think people, like, it literally posted the crib, zoomed in a bunch of times to the crib. There was a video. She had a screenshot with a question thing, like asking people to ask her questions, like, what should I go do? Should I go confront him? Blah, 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 blah. Like, it was insane, dude. And people are going to sit here and be like, oh man, she only posted his house. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, you still got to go find his house. But do you guys understand that there are people out here that literally, like, you can post a carpet of a hotel and they'll find you and know exactly where you are? There are people, you can post a picture of like a corner of like of a window. In the window, all you can see is the sky, and people will be like, oh my God, that sky is 47 degrees west, longitude, latitude. This is exactly where it's at. Like, people are insane.
Bragging about it, saying, you know, it's time we talk it out like adults, which of course is the furthest thing from talking it out, unless of course you're an unhinged lunatic. This is just senseless yapping to try and justify what she did here. You can't do that. It's borderline criminal.
Shadow, like how they found Nico.
She posted it.
It was
5
Nico and
million of her
AJ,
Instagram
right?
followers to see, which of course made Jack's Films and his wife feel very unsafe in their home. And since then, she hasn't said anything about it. I think it's only a matter of time before she makes an apology video. It's really just an if instead of, nope.
A win.
The expression is, it's a matter of when instead of if. I think it's inevitable. The only thing that remains to be seen is where it's going to rank on the YouTuber apology tier list. So that's the only question I have left about that.
That sounds good.
But this is only the beginning of a really bad week for SniperWolf. She's having a worse week than King Kong fans right now with the release of the worst fucking game of the year, Rise of Kong. She also had a lot of people digging through her catalog of content, and they found something very not good, very weird, let's say. I can't show you anything here because I think there is a chance that it's completely against YouTube's terms. It's her encouraging some seemingly underage individuals to do some degenerate acts on video, and the way she encouraged them was almost like a wager you'd see out of a...
So I'm gonna say it. I don't. Hopefully they don't cancel me for saying it, dude. She was literally on Omegle asking little kids to twerk, and if they twerk, she would show them her chest. That was what she was doing, chat. Like it was crazy. It was great. Again, it is older stuff, and let's be honest, not we all, but I've seen people do stuff like this on the internet back in my day. Like, bro, what? I'm literally 30. I've seen people do weird stuff. It was weird back then, and it's still weird now. So a lot of people will try to say like, oh, it was old, like we can't hold them to that same accountability. Nah, if she's never come out and said how weird it was, or like apologize for any of it, then she deserves to, you know what I'm saying? She needs to come out and talk about it and explain, hey, I was weird, you know what I'm saying? But hey, it's crazy.
A bad Brazzers film.
She always Snapchat or Omegle, bro.
Saying that if these underage looking individuals did what she asked them to do, she'd show tits. This was a video back in like 2014. They do it, and then like one of the kids' moms walks in. It's like very fucking odd, awful shit. And this is just another, alarming thing that SniperWolf has in the backlog of her lore. As I was rendering this video, people found another seemingly illegal, potentially, piece of content that SniperWolf has on her channel. In this video, she's talking to strangers on Omegle, and then she meets this girl who says that she's 16, and then agrees to show each other their boobs, and the 16-year-old flashes the camera, which SniperWolf does censor, but that doesn't make it okay. I'm pretty sure that's still illegal.
So she literally showed herself witnessing child pornography? Like, is that what you're saying right now? Like that's literally what happened, right? That's what he's saying? Wait, what? What up, Smurf?
You can't just have an underage person being sexual on video and then just say, hey, wait a minute, Buster, it's fine because it's censored. It's like, what the fuck? And the video is still up right now. And in the whole clip, it's not like there was some like, just kidding, not actually 16, actually in my 20s. There was nothing like that. After that happens, SniperWolf just said that, she's fake like her or whatever, and then disconnects. So it really seems like she just had a minor flash the camera on a YouTube video. It's fucking crazy. Now I'm going to go ahead and...
It might be weird to me, bro, but like, is this stuff that people have been like talking about her for a while? And like, she just needed to have like this big thing happen, and then everybody started shedding light on it? Because how did people find these clips? Like, are people just going through, like, looking at all of our old videos for, like, weird scenarios now? What's happening?
I didn't mention something I've seen a few comments talking about to explain what actually happened in this clip here. And I don't know if this is like the SniperWolf Defense Squadron operating under DEF CON protocol, so they're in full force trying to figure out any way of explaining this really awful shit. But I'm going to go ahead and share this anyway, just to be complete with the subject. There's some people saying that wasn't actually a 16-year-old, it was a bot that was just spamming the chat, and SniperWolf was like, reacting to it, knowing it was a bot, knowing it wasn't an actual 16-year-old, and that the the girl in the video clip, was just a like cam model or something that's supposed to drive people to some kind of cam site. I don't know enough about Omegle to know if that's something that.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That sounds like some Omegle stuff. Like that kind of makes sense. That kind of makes sense. Because if you've never been on Omegle, it's a lot of weird stuff like that happens. Like they got like you will pass by like cam girls and stuff who are like running their feed from the other website to that website, and then it's like, you know what I'm saying, bots and stuff. That is a thing. Because that's also the same thing that you find where you have to skip past all the dudes who are like beating their meat on there. It's the same thing, but it's still weird. It's still weird because you were talking in the pretense that the person was 16. So in your head, you knew that it was a child. You know what I'm saying? Like in your head, you like in the message, like even if it was a joke, you were still making a joke on a child, you know, which is weird.
Happens, but regardless, this is still an extremely concerning clip. But rest assured, SniperWolf fans, there's still one entity still very much on the side of SniperWolf, and that's YouTube. This is the update I want to give today. It wasn't so much just going over like where everything's at here. It's YouTube's response to all this, because it is so big, and doxing is, you know, it's borderline criminal, of course. What would YouTube's
I think the only state that doxing is illegal in is California.
Response be? They have cracked down on that kind of activity very hard in the past. So obviously, most people were expecting some kind of action to be taken. It's just wondering what. So far, they've only made like vague references to it or vaguely talked around it. There hasn't been any kind of statement from them about what they plan to do about this situation, aside from a couple of tidbits that they've talked about that seem to indicate that they're not going to do anything. But I don't think anything's 100% confirmed as like this is the path they're taking. But they have publicly made this tweet in the midst of all this. Would it be too meta to do a reaction video to a reaction video? Which is such a lame fucking chat GPT generated tweet. That is like the most how do you do fellow kids
What? Wait. Okay, listen. We gotta also understand that YouTube has people that work. So like they probably got a social media guy. I understand we gotta hold companies a little higher, but like that just seems like one of those things where it's just corporate, bro. Like the social media guy was like, yo, this might get a bunch of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's even been tweets where like Wendy's and McDonald's have tweeted like some super wild shit. And like some companies tweet it and it'll hit, and other companies tweet it and then they get backlash for it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like one of those things. It's like a hit or miss, bro. Honestly, like let's be completely real. Now, I'm one of the people that I just think that they should have something to say about this and they should do something. But I don't know if I want Shorty to like to be canceled. I don't want anyone like anything can happen. You can make mistakes in life, bro. Like imagine if Dr. Disrespect, who streamed in that bathroom, was just legitimately canceled forever. Like imagine if he never had an opportunity to do anything. You know what I mean? And that was like a complete mistake. You know what I'm saying? Like in the heat of the moment, and we don't know anything about Sniper. Like that could have been the heat of the moment. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, bro. But if she still hasn't come out and said anything about it, it says something a lot about her, bro, because you should feel terrible about endangering people who aren't even involved. So like if Jacksepticeye was like a virgin that just stayed at home by himself and did nothing and like didn't have family, it'd be like, oh, okay, cool. Man versus woman, like they're gonna have their little beef. But like you brought other people into the equation. Like now his family is involved. Like now they can't get no good sleep. You know what I'm saying? You're ruining what they got going on. And for her even as a woman, I feel like you would have some type of like feelings for sympathy for the other woman and be like, damn, like my bad. Like that's a little fucked. Like I hope that there's some stuff going on the outside that we just don't know. Like maybe she's already contacted them and said like, hey, let me get you another crib or something. Let me put you up in a hotel or something until this dies down. Like, I'm so sorry. There's gotta be something, bro. I hate thinking that people are just the worst people. Like they do a lot of things to show that they're the worst people, but I hate it when like, you just don't know, you know, like you really just don't know. if they really are just terrible people.
Shit ever, and comes at the worst
She did it
possible
on
time
IG, not
because
YouTube, though. Yeah, she did it on IG, not YouTube. But see, but the same thing comes into question that you're like, it's almost like, right, I'm in the military, right? If I'm in the military, you're not allowed to wear your uniform when you're not showing up for work. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's this thing to where soldiers like me, right? I might go to the gas station one day. Like, I'm leaving my job. I'm on my way home. I know my wife got to go somewhere in the morning. I'm really tired. So I'm like, fuck it, man. Let me just put some gas in this car. And I might have like a part of my uniform messed up because I just got out of there. You know what I'm saying? Just getting out of the car, pumping gas, whatever, blase, blase. And if somebody sees me and says something to me outside of my uniform, off the base, blah, 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 they still have the right to say something to me because I'm representing them. I'm representing the army. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even though it didn't happen on the platform, it's still a representation of them. Her biggest platform in what people know her for is YouTube. They don't know her as an IG model or something like that, you know?
SSNiperWolf is a reactor to TikTok content and all that, so clearly this is very poorly timed, unless of course this is their way of like trying to show support for SSNiperWolf, which it very well could be. They have made a lot of tweets about her, all very positive. In fact, this whole situation between Jax Films and SSNiperWolf really started catching fire when YouTube themselves made a tweet saying, "Where does SSNiperWolf get her ideas?" And then they also made another one talking about how like SSNiperWolf is our turbo super creator of the year. Unbelievable. So just like these very, very positive, pumping their fist SSNiperWolf fan tweets. Wow. This one, of course, got community noted. For additional context, it needs to be known that this tweet was written in the wake of a controversy regarding a reaction YouTuber, SSNiperWolf, who recently leaked the personal information of a fellow creator on the platform, Jax Films, and then it cites one of the many sources. I almost can't help but be impressed and like appreciate how bold this tweet from YouTube is here, though. To just drop this shit would be too meta to react to a reaction video.
Oh, sorry, Chuggy,
like,
you gotta get
some.
some
They know
now,
this
baby.
is going on. Like, they have loosely acknowledged the situation in a couple of tweets. Like, they know this is happening because everyone on the internet knows that this is happening right now. This is the hottest shit there is. This shit is leaving the toilet bowl steaming. It's so hot. They literally can't be oblivious to it. But whatever ghoul is running this account must be really kept isolated in some kind of sensory deprivation tank, cut off from the rest of the world, and forced to just occasionally drop a bad tweet, because there is just some crazy disconnect here to think that this tweet was a good idea. Because I really don't believe that what they're trying to do with this is, you know, slyly, you know, hey, SSNiperWolf's pretty fucking awesome, right? Like in the middle of this, I don't think they'd be that dumb. I don't think they'd be that stupid. I really think this is just like a poorly timed bad tweet from them. Of course, I have no evidence to corroborate that theory. It's just me here thumbing my ass, just speculating. It's at the end of the day, it's just a game theory. I just really don't believe that they would be so bold to just, in the middle of this, give like a big nod to SSNiperWolf. The entire internet is waiting on bated breath to see what they're going to do. Jax Films is calling for like demonetization or like even deplatforming because of the severity of the rule breaking. A lot of other people are rallying behind those things as well. The bare minimum people are looking to see is some kind of punishment issued to SSNiperWolf here in order to, you know, prove to the community that YouTube isn't playing favorites when it comes to their most.
Or they could come out and hopefully say, like, we don't plan to deplatform people anymore. Hopefully, God damn it, I hope they do that. Because if they don't, it really just makes them look terrible. Because if their plan is to literally just let her keep going and do nothing about it, that's sick, bro. That is sick. Because some people's whole lives and everything, like, for even more minuscule things, like the tinier things that they don't even get questioned on, like, oh God, dude, this sucks, man.
Extreme rules.
This sucks,
and I don't think that's an unreasonable request to just want to know, what are you going to do about it, YouTube? Because this is a big deal, and this is something that other creators in the past have gotten big trouble for. So why would SSNiperWolf get a pass on that? And if she does, can you explain why?
Yes, please explain.
There'd have to be a reason for it. I think the obvious reason would be she brings in so much money to the platform, and YouTube loves her so much that they wouldn't ever take action against her, even if she went on camera and slit the throat of 5 puppies. But just communicate what you're going to do here. Like, I don't think this is a situation that would take a super long time for them to decide what they're going to do. So I'm kind of under the assumption that they're not going to do anything about it.
No, facts. Honestly, in my head, I'm just thinking, because there's really not any punishments besides, like, what, you can't upload for a couple weeks or something, or like what do you do? Like, what, take her out of the partner program or something? I don't, like, even then, that's crazy. I don't know, that seems like a little OD. But at the same time, you like literally just put somebody's like whole address online to where now anyone who's ever had a problem with them, or anyone who even just doesn't like them because they're so popular or are able to make more money than whatever the other person is able to make, now they're able to send threats your way. And opening somebody up to that is insane, bro.
They might make another more direct acknowledgement of it, but they'll probably just
check after this.
More slap on the wrist. But again, I'm just spitballing here based on YouTube's past, because there is favoritism on the platform, as there is on every other platform. YouTube's no exception there, and I think it's pretty clear that she's going to get some kind of special treatment when it comes to this rule breaking, which really sucks. And like, the damage is very much done to Jack's Films and his wife. As he mentioned, they don't really feel safe in their home anymore, which is totally understandable.
Bro, nobody would ever feel like, what, bro? Immediately, like literally, as soon as I saw my shit get posted like that, especially knowing how big that fucker is, like, that's not like JoeNoJoseph's address getting leaked. Like, Nick, Jack is huge. Like, that is a staple creator on the platform, bro. And to know that millions of people now know, like, now know of your address, like, bro, that is insane.
She dumped a picture of their house for all of her 5 million followers to see. And on Instagram, I think the followers there are going to be a degree higher in terms of their support of SSSniperWolf than like her YouTube audience. Like, I think those are going to be where the super fans are.
Yeah,
and they probably
you got to come and find her.
Films, and now they have this. It makes sense why he'd feel unsafe. I mean, it's pretty evil thing to do. And I wouldn't be surprised if she got even more diabolical with it and turned...
Do I keep on saying Jacksepticeye instead of Jack Films? Okay.
His house into like a Pokemon Go stop or something. Like, really just trying to put their location out there as best she could. And she did make another post that Jack's Films also made a tweet about, where she was poking fun at the situation lightly, saying like, we pull up to your house, what would you do? Which is so unbelievably tone deaf that she doesn't understand the severity of what she did. The whole situation is fucked. I just wanted to give a little update here because it's already been like 5 days. So
Jesus Christ.
That's where everything's at. I guess we'll continue to wait and see what YouTube will or will not do. And yeah, that's about it. So yeah.
I want to know because there's an argument to be made on like the fuck around and find out type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not many people that you can shit on for months at a time and talk about like their livelihood and say what they're doing is bad and not enjoy them. Like, there's nothing going on in your life. Like, there was nothing going on in Jack's life to where he had to come on and like start just literally like shitting on SSSniperWolf every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, he targeted her. So if she just responded to a target, like, there's a lot of people like in my head, right? Because I got a lot of family members that aren't so on the up and up. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them would, I feel like, hear this and they'd be like, oh, so he wanted smoke. Like, he was asking for that shit. Like, you were literally online calling somebody and calling what somebody does for a living and how they like feed their family stupid. And he tried to like get the reaction, like, content taken down. So you almost took away food from her. Like, you now are taking away her livelihood. So it's like, if my livelihood is threatened, am I wrong for not trying to like go see what's up about it? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Y'all gotta like, let me know about that, because I want to know how people feel about that side. Because it's not like they were just innocent people. Like, it's not like they just didn't do anything. Like, he put himself out there. First of all, it's a man coming after a woman. Like, that was already weird. But you understand what I'm saying? That's crazy. but then she threatened his too and his family. I mean, he threatened her family. Like, he literally was calling for the cancelization of reactions and of what she was doing to put money on her family's table. Like, how big she is, there's got to be people in her life that literally depend on her to keep making money. So now if she can't keep making money and isn't making bread no more, now all of those people got to start back going to work. So now her whole family got to start back getting jobs now because she can't do what made her famous. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but she likely putting lives at risk by showing his house. I mean, it is what it is, bro. Like, two wrongs don't make it right. 100%. 100%. Let me know what y'all think down below, because that shit crazy.